So I want to thank everybody for tuning in. Here's another episode of Now and Then. And I'm going to get my boy, Brooklyn F. Sharp, on the line. Me and Brooklyn F. Sharp, we grew up together in Brooklyn, Fort Greene, Brooklyn. And, we went to school together, elementary school. We was in the Sea Cadets Together Boys Club. And I wanted to bring him on because I wanted to talk to him about how he made his transition, how we both made our transition from, being in the projects where it really wasn't that much hope for us to actually, us being on the West Coast and just doing big things. There's a lot of our friends that didn't make it up in here. And we about to set this thing up. Benita, I see you. What up, girl? All right, I see you up in the joint. So, F Sharp, my G, what's up, man?
What's happening?
What up, my boy? You good?
I'm trying to get Raekwon and Ghost in the picture a little bit.
Oh yeah, I see it. We got a rep. You see, I got my Brooklyn Bridge. You know what I'm saying? Posted behind me with all my peeps. You know what I'm saying?
Let me unplug first and let me just do the walkthrough real quick.
Yeah. Oh, that's sick.
Wait. You got to tell the cops to put their hands up.
That's dope.
But I just walked past one. But
that's sick. You might as well just send me that for a housewarming gift, son, and stop playing.
You got to keep Brooklyn around. You know what I'm saying?
Always got to keep Brooklyn around, son. You know how we do.
That's crazy.
You know how we do. So, man, I want to thank you very much for being on the show. As I started out saying, you and I, we came up together. We was in elementary school, PS 287.
Right.
And I actually had to walk. All right, I want to get this straight. You're from Fort Greene. I'm from the Fort Greene area.
Right.
All right. So we want to clarify that. Now, go into it and explain people the difference between being from Fort Greene and being in the Fort Greene area.
That's Fort Greene right there.
That's Fort Greene right there. All right.
It was because of the way everything was. Like, Fort Greene is big, but it didn't matter if you was from, a part of Fort Greene in a certain area. If somebody say you was from Fort Greene, they expect you was from Fort Greene projects.
Right. Exactly.
So,
exactly.
If you was up in the Bronx, they'd be like, "Yo, where you from?" Fort Greene. They'd be like, "We're in Fort Greene." Fort Greene projects. From FG down the court.
Exactly.
You can't just say I'm from Fort Greene because that's an area where
exactly.
Arby Square Mall is walking distance to Fort Greene.
Right.
So it's Fort Greene area. But
right.
To us, you was still Fort Greene.
Exactly.
Projects is a little different.
It's a little different. And see, we were talking about this the other day. My block was kind of wild because I was right across the street from the Albee Square Mall.
Right.
So a lot of dudes wouldn't go into Fort Greene, but I was dealing with people from, Left Rack, Gowanus, LG, Fort Greene. Everybody was, would come to the mall because that was the big thing, And first of all, I want to say, I'm really proud of you, man. Like for making your moves and, for us getting out of there. You know what I mean?
I appreciate that. Same here. You made
good looking, bro. Straight power. Oh, and the Benz is very fresh.
Thank you,
the Benz is I gotta say, the Benz is very fresh, sir.
Thank you,
You're killing them. You're killing them.
When
we was coming up.
You're 550'd up too.
You know
Why you ain't 550'd up?
You know what I'm saying? A little something, And it's bug because back in the days, we would see cars like that. And not even a lot. It wasn't a lot of Benzes back then. It was like Maximas, Jettas. You know what I'm saying?
Sterling.
Yeah, exactly. Now, we were talking about our inspiration for getting out of there. And, it was a debate between us. And I was like, do you think it was the choices that we made or was it luck? And what was your idea on it?
I don't think it was, I'm not going to sit here and say I think it was luck. I think, I don't know how luck plays a part in you grinding.
Right.
But we come from the era of knocking on somebody's door for a cup of milk.
Exactly.
You know
Exactly.
So it wasn't luck. It was that we wanted something more. We wanted to do more. You know,
Right.
we saw more. We saw more through, like, you know, the drug dealer niggas we knew. You know,
Right.
they had the fly whips, they had the fly clothes, they had all the fucking chicks. You know, that's the power of what you see.
Right.
You know what I mean? That's the power of what you see. I see, oh, I want to be that. But at the same time, for me personally, I can honestly say it was Kane.
And that's funny because we got our inspiration on the same day at the same place. So I want to touch on that because it was bugged out because you came to the Ain't No Half Stepping video. Tell that story.
I forgot this was going to come up. I knew this was going to come up. All right, the Ain't No Half Stepping story. Kane had already been out. Big Daddy Kane, for everybody who don't know who we talking about, Big Daddy Kane was already out. He was already top notch. He was killing. But Kane didn't have no video out yet. No, like, he didn't have a Ain't No Half Stepping was his first video.
Right.
That was his first video because that was off his first album.
Right.
So he was still known because he was still on certain, you know, other shit, and, you know, everybody knew him. So I got the call from either him or Shane or somebody. Yo,
it was one of us. Yeah, it was one of us.
Doing the video in Manhattan. Here's the address. Come through. So I'm like, okay, cool. I'm there.
Right.
So I'm trying to figure out, you know, okay, the next day I got to try to find some type of gig because we was broke. What I'm gonna wear to the video shoot? I'm looking crazy.
Exactly right.
Not knowing that I still got to get through my mom's. Fuck the outfit. I got to get through my dude. So the next day come for the video, and I got into it. My mom's about something. And she's like, don't fucking leave this fucking house.
Oh.
And I'm like, yo, like, for real? Like, this is in my head, I'm thinking this is my time.
Right.
I'm gonna get shown in the video, a Big Daddy Kane video, because I was going to Sarah J. Hill at the time.
Right.
That's his old school too.
Exactly.
So
He went to Sarah J.
I'm gonna get some clout now. I'm gonna get some light because I'm gonna be shown in the video and shit.
Right.
And it's a real motherfucker.
Right.
So mom said I couldn't leave the crib. I said, all right, fuck this. I'm going. Mom's left the crib. I looked out the window. I saw when she turned that corner, I gotta wait about 30 seconds, 40 seconds to see if she gonna swing back. So I'm in the window just waiting. She didn't swing back. So I grabbed whatever I could grab and I bounced. I'm out of there. So who's that? So I bounced. So we get to the city. Mind you, I had a bunk bed in my crib, so I broke the bunk bed. I broke the top of it because I was mad because she said I couldn't go. So there's a big ass hole in it. I'm out. I don't care. I'll deal with that when I get home.
Right.
Get to the video, not knowing how the videos work. I didn't know we was gonna be there until 6, 7 in the morning. We doing cut. All right. Yeah, we're gonna wrap this part right here. We're gonna shoot over here. Hold up. We gotta get everything.
Check the gate.
Yeah. I'm like, we over there fucking just chilling and shit. My mom's come home. She know I ain't there. This ain't no cell phone time. Like, if you had a cell phone,
you needed a quarter. Yeah. And remember, it was a couple people that had cell phones, but they had the walkie-talkie Vietnam joints with the box.
Right.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I can't call mom's. Well, I'm not even trying to call because you ain't finna tell me to come home.
Right.
I'm trying to get featured in here somewhere, and then I'll figure out how to go home from there. But
exactly.
the cold shit was, the cold shit was, we was there so fucking long. I think I got a little piece in the video because they did the editing. Of course, I didn't know that when they were shooting.
Exactly.
A lot of editing because you're in the video. We can see you clearly.
You're right.
We can see you clearly. So I started networking. I didn't know what networking was back then.
Right.
You know, I'm just talking to people. I'm talking to this one, talking to that one. Come to find out, Cheryl McLeod was the casting director, and that was Tuffy's sister. Tuffy was one of the hosts of Video Music Box. And then, of course, you had Ralph McDaniels and the Vid Kid. Vid Kid was the actual director of majority of all of those videos. All the
videos, exactly.
Videos, all of that.
Everything that came. Gotta give it out to Vid Kid. They shot almost everybody video. Like if you did a video, it was going through them. It was going through them. Yes.
They had a movement and a straight lane. So with me networking and doing all that shit, I figured I asked Cheryl if she can call my house. So I was like, can you? Because she was like, yeah, we're going to have more videos and stuff. You know, you definitely come through. You know, that was like, we did the Big Daddy Kane video, and a week or 2 weeks later, we did B-Fats.
Oh, okay.
I know a lot of motherfuckers don't even know who the fuck I'm talking about.
They don't remember B-Fat. What?
I got to Google that one, B-Fats.
Exactly.
So
hold up. You skipped the part, though.
What?
Did your moms whoop your ass when you got home, though?
Oh, of course. I was getting to that. Because Cheryl called the crib. She called the crib. My mom picked up like, hello? And she was like, hi, Ms. Johnson. This is Cheryl McLeod. I'm a casting director. Floyd is with us, and, you know, he's great and everything. But I just wanted to call you because we held him too long. And I just wanted you to let you know, but we wouldn't be able to do this video without him. We needed him. So I appreciate him being here. Like, she went overboard with the shit.
You cheated like that.
I needed the buffer.
Right.
I needed to feel like I was important. Like, yo, this shit wouldn't have happened if I was here.
Exactly.
Nigga, I got home when the sun was coming up, nigga. You talking about somebody who had half an ass? Shit, my boss beat the motherfucking snot out me, man.
Yeah.
I think my mom. If I'm correct, it'd be dope if I get my mom's on the phone. I think my mom's beat me half with the belt, and then she got tired and beat me the other half with her hands.
Yo, shout out to my man Tripster. Shout out to my man AB. My man Z up in here. Big shout out to y'all. Thanks for joining in.
AB money.
So I wanted to touch on something. Remember we was in the boys club?
Right.
The Navy Yard Boys
Projects.
Exactly. So the boys club was like, you had to walk. All right, let me explain my walk to y'all so y'all can understand. When I left my house, I would have to leave my building, walk down to Myrtle Avenue, which is the drug dealer's paradise right there. That was drug dealer's paradise.
Myrtle Avenue back in the day was called Murder Ave.
Murder Ave. Myrtle and Prince was Murder Ave. You know what I'm saying? And I want to give a shout out to your brother David. You know, much love to him because, you know, back then, it was like the strong survive. You know what I'm saying? And your brother always looked out for me in a way where it's like, stick up for yourself, but y'all not going son little shorty. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, he good people. You know, and I really appreciate that because that let me grow, but also gave me a sense of security. Because, yo, shit was real back then. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was real. Like, you was getting something took if you wasn't nobody going to school and going to the boys club, you know?
Even if you was somebody, you would still get something took if you was in the wrong spot.
Exactly. And I think that boys club with that whole Navy mentality that they gave us something to do on Saturdays. You know, rest in peace to Sal.
You know, today's a different era. And
yes.
Back then, when you really didn't have nowhere to go and nothing to do, the boys club was a sanctuary where we can go and you can go do homework, you can go play pool, play basketball. But
exactly.
You still had to watch your shit and be on your cue. You got Farrah.
Because you get housed up in there.
The street.
Yeah, and you get housed up in there.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So that's what I mean.
I had a fight with one of my dudes that's still one of my best friends to this day, and we got it in the boys club.
Exactly. You know how that went. Shout out to Mako Blacko. And I think that right there, because Sal took us places, Solomon Kemp, he took us places like outside of New York.
Projects.
And we got to see like Camp Madison and got to see different things.
Right.
And to me, that made me hunger and want to see more of what the world had to offer. Like, that's when I first saw, wow, there's more to the world than just Albee Square and Fort Greene. You know what I mean? And that's kind of made me want to go out and just explore. And just like you said, I really didn't know that I was networking at the time.
Yeah.
I just enjoyed cutting hair. I enjoyed being out and, you know, rapping and doing this, you know. And you don't really know the connections that you're making, especially people that are going to get large later.
Yeah.
Don't really know that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because
so I think that was dope that
we know back then who became powerful and became large. You know what I mean?
Yes.
That's what's happening, my G. It's a lot of people that became large and powerful, but that's the ill shit about our story is, you know, being in Brooklyn and understanding like there was cats like Houdini, you know, that was coming up, you know,
yes.
King was coming up, you know, and these were the things that I was seeing that was like, it wasn't, I didn't look at it as a way out. I looked at it as something that I just really wanted to be a part of.
Right.
I didn't care what part it was because we used to rhyme, you know, and see, it sounds funny to people that don't know us, you know,
right.
watching us right now. We used to rhyme. I mean, I used to go on the crib and I write my rhymes down and then, you know, I come downstairs and it'd be Scott, Mark, you know, and we would rhyme to each other.
Exactly.
But then you go back in the crib and you watch a video, you know, Eric Sherman, Big Daddy Kane, you know,
right.
Fat Boys, whatever. And you wanted to be that.
Exactly.
They was having fun. They was making money. I remember, I think LL at an early age, probably him and Kane probably was making maybe around the same much, but they was only getting like 5 G's at one point, and that shit was like, right. Like, you getting $5,000 back then?
Exactly.
Shit, 5 G's a show. Now niggas getting 100,000, 150,000 a show, but back then, it was one of them things, like you said, you saw something and it was like, now I see more than Fort Greene. I see more than Albee Square Mall. To me, that vision came when I started being around Kane a lot. And it's like I saw more than just being on the basketball court and hanging out. You know, there was times I used to go outside and niggas like, where you going? I'm going to Kane crib. You ain't going to no Big Daddy Kane crib.
Right. Exactly. Big shout out to Danny Castro from the Lyricist Lounge.
Mm.
So I saw you, cause see you. To me, you got on before me. I was cutting here on the Lower East Side, and I went out with this girl that I was dating at the time, and we went to see Malcolm X.
Ha! There you go.
And I'm sitting there watching, and I don't know how I saw you, but there you go. How did you get in that?
Again, Spike Lee. Big love to Spike Lee. Spike Lee's from Brooklyn, Fort Greene area.
Right.
Spike had an open casting call. And again, this is the time when I'm trying to do anything I could do. And AB, what's happening? I was trying to do anything I can do to be a part of the entertainment business.
Right.
So Spike had an open casting call, and I was going to Spike's classes over at LIU.
Right.
Spike had an open. He had a acting class type workshop. So I was going there, taking a workshop, and I knew his assistant that was from the Fort. I forgot his name, baldhead dude.
Right.
So I was like, fuck it, I'm going to this open casting. I didn't know it was going to be 3,000 motherfuckers there when I got there.
Damn.
Now, let me tell you about dedication to what you want to do, to you, whether it be a craft or something you just dead ass want to do. They said to come down, wear a suit, you know, with dress nice, and you know, they'll get to you, whatever. And I think we supposed, some people got paid, some people didn't.
Right.
A lot of what they call them, extras.
Right.
Right. But I got a couple of hours. But the ill shit was when I went down there, I put on a suit. My flat top was high as hell. Flat top was, man, you know, we started all trying to be Kid and Play and Big Daddy Kane.
Right.
So I get there, so they like, yo, you come here. All right, take all that off. Hey, size them up. And I'm like, why do I even wear this shit if y'all gonna make me take it off?
Right.
So I'm actually complaining.
Exactly.
They're like, nah, you got to put this on. Like, you want to be in the movie, right? I'm like, yeah. But y'all told me to wear this. So, you know, Fort Greene coming out. So
exactly.
they're like, oh, you gonna play a Muslim. So you're gonna need to put on this bow tie and this suit. So I'm like, all right, cool. I put this shit on, and then it was like, not gonna work. I said, what's the problem? He said, how attached to your hair are you? What? What? My wisdom? Like, how attached? You see how high this shit is? You know how long it took to get this? So he like, yo, if you're gonna play a Muslim, you have to be fresh shaven and you have to have a low cut.
Right.
So I'm like, yo, am I really gonna be in this shit, or you just bullshit me and I'm in the back somewhere looking crazy? He's like, nah, I got you. Went to the barber chair. Now you've been on movie sets. They got, for this movie, because it was big and so many extras, they got about 10 barbers. It felt like you went to jail.
Right.
They cleaned my shit. Didn't shake me up, nothing. Just cleaned my shit, threw me out the chair. You hear Spike over there talking about, all right, let's get the set ready. Let's go, let's go. I'm like, you know how bad that felt? But then he put me in the first row, and then he moved me back because my socks, I had some ill-looking socks on. So he moved back to the second row, but he moved the two people out the way. So
Right.
the camera came across, it came straight to me, and those other two was out my vision.
Right.
So, and
That
I was
was
there,
dope.
again, I was there all fucking night. But this time I didn't forget the gravy. I didn't get my ass beat this time.
Exactly.
I was a little older, so moms ain't spanked me, so I was good.
Exactly. Now around this time, I started cutting hair on the Lower East Side when you were doing that. And then I ran into I got cool with Omar Epps out at Kane Crib because he would come out there.
Right.
And Omar was like, yo, look, I'm shooting a movie down in Maryland. So, I can't really afford to have you come down there, but, and stay. Won't you just come down on the weekends? So I would cut hair on the Lower East Side Monday through Friday. Then Friday night, boom, I take a cab, Black Pearl. I would call Black Pearl from Manhattan.
Right. I remember Black Pearl.
I'm sorry. I would call Rivington cab service because I was on the Lower East Side. I would call Rivington cab service, and they take me to the bus station, and I hop on. Oh no, the train station. I hop on the Amtrak, shoot down to Maryland, get off at Aberdeen, and go down there and cut his hair. And that's when I saw, he was shooting Major League Part 2.
Right.
And I got to meet like Charlie Sheen and all these. I'm like, God damn, like all the food I could eat. So I saw, yo, these motherfuckers is really making money. Like people are really doing shit, but they was just sitting around.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? They wasn't moving no boxes. They wasn't. And these cats is getting like $50 an hour back then.
And you're seeing a different world at this point.
Yes.
You're not seeing Brooklyn. You're not seeing Fort Greene. You know what I mean? We know where we from. And
Exactly.
we know what we had to do to come out of that. But once you start seeing something, it starts to become your passion. There's nothing that's going to change your train of thought or move you any differently to stop doing what you're doing.
Exactly. And it was that passion. Exactly.
Smacks in the face.
Exactly.
I didn't give a fuck what it was. I'm going to figure this out, and I'm going to get it done. I'm going to tell you another story real quick. When I was still living with my mom's, and me and my brother were selling weed. Right? I say this now. Me and my brother selling weed. I
can admit it now.
He was getting a pound for like close to nothing. I didn't have a job, wasn't shit cracking off,
Right.
Doing the projects, regular shit. So now I sell my weed all fucking day long, and then I have my sides, my little side weed.
All right.
I have my little side weed, and I go smoke that at my man Third Rail crib. Third Rail part of Brooklyn Assault Team back then. So Third had all the studio equipment in his bedroom. So we'd be back there making beats, and smoking up all day because we called that room the hell room.
Right.
But then I found myself getting out about the bed 3 o'clock in the afternoon, 4 o'clock in the afternoon, 5 o'clock, sleeping a whole day, and not getting nothing done productively. And I didn't realize it. So this is why I say hip hop saved my life, because not Outkast, what was it? Goody Mob.
Goody Mob, yeah.
Goody Mob had that song called "Get Up, Get Out, and Get Something." Don't spend all your time trying to get high. You got to get up, get out, and get something, because you and I got to do for you and I.
Right.
When I saw that video, while I was in the bed sleeping, I'm watching this video and I'm listening to him, and he's hitting everything, like everything, son. So after the video went off, because we didn't have that, I can't rewind this. There ain't none of that. Video went off. So when the video went off, I said to myself, "That's really me." I spent all my time getting high, selling weed, sleeping in bed. My mom's just pissed. I ain't working.
Right.
Like I'm really not productive. I'm not doing shit with my life right now. I tell you no lie. The next fucking day, cold turkey, stopped smoking weed, started getting up, trying to make moves, trying to find a job. I had a job interview in Manhattan on 86th or 87th Street.
Right.
No car fare. No car fare.
Dog, that's what I want you to get into. They don't understand the shit we had to go through to get to where the fuck we are now.
That's why I appreciate these sneakers on my feet. Fuck the car. I appreciate go in my closet and I can pick any pair of sneakers I want. Because that day, I woke up 4 or 5 in the morning, put on a suit, got up and walked across the Brooklyn Bridge, walked through Manhattan, walked all the way to 86th, 87th Street in Manhattan, got there on fucking time.
Right.
Suit. I'm suited. This is in the summer. I'm hot. Got there on time. Carlito, what's happening, baby? Got there on time. And then I didn't get the job. Now I got to walk home. It's like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It's even hotter. I got these hot church shoes on. Motherfucking feet killing me. I ain't getting the job. And I got to walk home. So I said, fuck it, let me walk home. So I started walking home. I got down to about 14th Street in Union Square. And I was about to hop the train. Like, fuck it, I'm a hop. Because I'm already halfway down. I got downstairs to the train station. I looked around for the cops. And then something hit me. It's like, nah, don't do it, bro. Don't do it. So I said, fuck it. I'm going to have to foot the rest of the way. So I footed the rest of the way, got back across the Brooklyn Bridge, got to the front of my building, sat on a bench, didn't even go upstairs, took the jacket off. I saw my man. I said, yo, let me borrow 50 cents, my nigga. He gave me 50 cents, walked me to the store. I got a 50-cent bum juice. Because I was
the quarter water, the Sundew, the 50-cent juice.
But the cold shit was, like I tell everybody, the fact that I got my ass up, I put my suit on, I walked from Brooklyn to 86th Street in Manhattan in the summer for a job that I never got, and then walked back home. That alone shows initiative. That shows fucking pride. That shows everything. And I took every step after that. It was almost like a triple down effect. Like, you know what I mean? Like, shit just started. Chris Green, what's happening? That's Brooklyn right there. So after that, it was like shit started happening slowly. I met Big Jazz downtown. And I gave him my phone number. I was like, yo, that's Big Jazz, Hawaiian Sophie, you know. Jay-Z was the thing. It was Big Jazz.
Exactly.
So I gave him my number. He was like, yo, give me your number. Because I was like, yo, I do all this shit. I rap, you know, everything. That nigga called like a week later. I'm like, this nigga, to us, that's a star.
Right.
So I'm like, how does nigga call my crib? So I'm like, all right, cool. I called the nigga back. So the shit about Jazz was so dope. He never took me to the studio, never took me to no hip-hop party or nothing. He'd be like, yo, meet me downtown Brooklyn. All right, cool. I go downtown Brooklyn, and he would just school me about the music business. You know, when I was coming up there to Kane crib, Kane was Kane. Like, Kane was just Kane at that time. And I never thought about asking Kane questions about the business. I was just happy to be around. that fly on the wall and just observing. You know what I mean? And even like when Kane had Riff, when he had Rapping is Funny,
Right.
AB.
Exactly.
You
AB
know,
Money, yeah.
You know, he had all of them. I was around with them. I was around with Scuba
Right.
Mr. C got robbed one time downtown. I was with Mr. C when he got robbed. But Mr. C was so cold, again, showing certain shit. Mr. C had on a pair, I think he had a pair of Air Force Ones on. Brand new, spanking, stanking. You know what I mean? I got these broke ass kicks I got on. He steps in the pile of shit. I'm not thinking none of it. Put that shit under some water. You good. He says, nah, come on, we going to Vim's. Anybody know what Vim's is downtown?
Exactly. Vim's is the shit.
Yes, we go to Vim's. He goes, cops the same pair of sneakers. Puts them on in the store, put the shitty ones in the box, pays for the sneakers, and tell dude to throw the shitty ones out. But the shitty ones, you just pulled those out the box at the crib. Those shits is brand new. For me,
Exactly.
that was big money. Like,
exactly.
who do that? Nigga, I get a pair of sneakers every other year.
Exactly.
Again, it's hit me in the head. It's just a different type of bread.
Right.
I want to be a part of this business. With Jazz introduced me to B-High and Tata.
Right.
Still never met Jay. They had a video shoot in LG. They had a video shoot in LG. Big Daddy Kane. This is how this whole shit comes around. Big Daddy Kane video shoot. There's a video that he did when he had Thelma from Good Times.
Yeah, yeah. Yes.
He had Thelma from Good Times because the whole video was theme from Good Times. But he shot two videos that day. He shot that video, and then he shot the other video with Original Flavor with Jay-Z. Right. And he shot that same video. That whole video set, like Little Shaheem was there, like there was so many stars there. It was ridiculous. I got drunk on the bus drinking old gold. Like it was crazy. But then I met Jay. And then behind them used to make sure I used to go to the crib on 560 State Street, and shit just started rolling from there. But it was that determination to keep going.
Definitely.
Doing shit.
Definitely.
I met niggas in the hood used to give me mixtapes. Yo, or the album or whatever. I don't know how the fuck I become the music dude in the hood, but they gave it to me, and I used to take the tapes and what was it, Columbia Records. Homegirl that signed Nas. Damn, I forgot her fucking name. She signed Nas. I went to her office.
I know who you're talking about, the white girl.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. Yeah.
She's dope as fuck. I went up to her office because I used to get into these weird fucking parties, and I met her. She gave me her business card. She used to be at Def Jam, and then she left Def Jam, went to Columbia. MC Search is the one who brought Nas up there and got Nas signed to Columbia through her. I went to her office. This is when shit really hit the fan. This is before the Rockefeller situation. I went to her office. She called me in like I was really somebody, you know. Then from me going to these parties, so I got the cassette tape, and she's like, "Yo, put that in." She's like, "You want anything? You know, you want some? I got chocolate milk. I got soda. I got this. I got that." And I'm tweaking because she got a fridge in her office. This little shit like this, it was fucking me up. Like,
exactly, because we never saw shit before.
Right.
We never saw shit before. Like, I think people need to understand we got to where we got, like, through hard fucking work, perseverance. You know what I mean? Like, for instance, the first power move that I made was when I left New York and moved out to L.A. I was cutting hair on the Wayans Brothers show.
Because I was like, this nigga left?
Yeah, I left. I was cutting hair in the Wayans Brothers show, and big shout out to my homegirl Kimberly. Don't Start. Her handle name is Don't Start, Won't Start. She held me down. Damn, son, you got all of the tapes, nigga.
You got all of the tapes. So yep. Shout out to you, Kim. Don't start, won't. My homegirl Kim, much love to her. She held me down out here because I came out here, to be cutting hair on doing a movie. So everybody in New York think like, oh, you good, son. Yo,
Right.
you on, like you got. They think I was making money, but then I didn't understand that TV shows run 13 shows and give
Right.
you unemployed. So
So
I went out there balling at first. You know what I'm saying?
You don't know it because you brand new.
I went out there balling, and then, oh shit, the checks don't come in. You know what I'm saying? So my homegirl Kim held me down. Like for real, like I was out there trying to figure it out. Didn't have no bread. You know what I'm saying? And she was, for real, like that's something that I never really told nobody, but like, she was feeding the nigga. Like I didn't have no bread until I figured shit out.
But see
you know what I'm saying?
See how you said that? You didn't have no bread. When I got with Jay-Z and them, right? I had a job. I was working for Taj Gibson's pops. I was working for him at a company in Manhattan. But once the shit started rolling, I quit completely.
Right.
I was taking days off to go work at Rockefeller. Then I quit completely. So now I'm a full-time intern. I don't have no money.
Right.
So Tata, I love that nigga. I haven't spoken to him in years. I hope I get to see him one day soon. But him and Jay, I used to be with them 24 hours a day. So Tata, we would pull up to Jamaican spot or whatever. I'm not asking for shit.
Right.
I see where we at. And I know I ain't got no grub at the crib, but he would make sure I ate. Yo, Sharp, you want something? Yeah, whatever you get, nigga, it's cool, whatever. He come back, big ass plate of food. Niggas drive me to the crib. You know what I mean? Like, everything. Like, that shit was love to me. Niggas ain't treat me like no bum-ass nigga.
Exactly.
And it was love because, nigga, in my eyes, I'm a bum-ass nigga. I got these broke-ass boots on. Like, I ain't got no bread coming in. Tata saw me crossing the bridge again one day.
Right.
Way after that other shit. But I ain't got no bread. So I'm like, man, let me get on. I got to get to work. I called it work because, to me, it was work. But I got to get there. I ain't got no car fare.
Exactly.
So I'm walking across the bridge. Tata and Jay, they coming across the bridge in that white Lexus. Tata spots me. He's nigga, I don't know how you see me on the bridge. I was this skinny. I was a pole. So I get to the office. They already there because they in the whip. I get to the office. I go in my office and shit. And Tata came in and said, "Yo, Sharp, were you on the Brooklyn Bridge just now?" I was like, "Yeah." You know what I mean? I ain't thinking nothing of it. I was like, "Yeah, wow, what's up?" He said, "What the fuck you doing on the bridge?" Fuck you mean what I'm doing on the bridge, nigga? Nigga, y'all don't pay me. I gotta get to work. I'm not coming to the crib because I never thought about, let me go to Jay's crib and go chill with them. And then when Jay's ready to come to the office, I'm going to get the ride with them to the office. No, I got work to do. I got to get here before them. So he was like, yo, that's ill, son. Niggas need more niggas like you. Because I ain't give a fuck. I got to get to where I got to go. And now you on a vibe. You see a vision. I seen a vision. I knew Jay was going to be where he was going to be. I knew that this shit was going to crack. But in order for
that was your
to
turning
be a part
point,
of something,
you're saying?
You got to keep moving forward.
That was your turning point in the industry for you?
Yeah. That was
mine's came from honestly, it came from Chris Spencer.
Wow.
I was cutting hair for the Wayans brothers, and I had met Chris Spencer. We were shooting this movie up in Canada.
Know how big Chris Spencer is.
Yeah, Chris Spencer's a good dude.
Man.
Yo, this is the funniest story though. So Chris was like, yo, I just got Vibe TV show. I want you to come down there and cut hair for me. I said, all right, cool. So he said, stay by this, no cell phones. Stay by your house phone. The producer gonna call you.
Right.
As soon as he hung up, producer called me. Yo, we want you to come down here. You know, Chris excited. Yo, we want you to cut his hair. I said, all right. They said, how much you charge? I said, $250 a day. Right? All he had was a bald Caesar. That was it.
Right. Yep.
So homegirl was like, that's a little expensive. How about if we just give you $250 to cut his hair, like, and that's it for a haircut and a shape? And I was like, yo, it's, CBS Studios right down the block from where I was.
Mm-hmm.
I'll walk down there, no big deal. Chris called me and was like, yo, man, Did they call you? I said, yeah, man, yo, good looking. He said, how much they gave you? I was like, yo, man, they gave me $250 for cutting your hair. Mind you, $250 to me is a lot of money because it's 4 blocks away.
Right.
I leave Millennium Barbershop on Melrose, walk down to CBS Studios, get that $250, walk right back.
I'm Gucci.
I'm good. Yo, Chris Spencer said, you fucking crackhead, stay by your phone, and hung up on me. The producer calls me back 5 minutes later. We're sorry. We didn't mean to insult you. So here's what we gonna do. We gonna pay you $250 a day, but you gotta come down 5 days a week and cut anybody here that want a haircut. Dog. I invited my moms down there, and the week my moms flew out from New York. I flew out from New York out there. The OJs was there. And I'm cutting Eddie Levert hair.
Right.
My mother is walking around CBS Studios because I had an all-access pass. She walking around CBS Studios. Oh, my God, talk to the soap opera people. And why you did that to Jack? That wasn't me. My mother's just going off on the people. So she comes in and she sees me cutting Eddie Levert hair. And she goes, oh, my son was conceived off Stairway to Heaven. Yo, that's it.
Mom, get the fuck out. All right, Mom, get the fuck out.
She just blew the whole spot up.
Get the fuck out.
But that was my turning moment right there, though. That was that moment that got me, to seeing like, oh, it's Benzes, it's businesses, it's money out here. You know what I'm saying? And around this time, I saw that a little while after that, I saw that you were now in the NBA. So how did you get to work in the NBA?
Well, just to take it back, I was at Rockefeller for probably about 5 years, maybe. Mm-hmm. I was at Rockefeller about 5 years, and again, that was D&D Studios. I done been through it all. From Rockefeller, I went to Tommy Boy Records for like a year, and then Tommy they folded right before they let me. Yeah, they let me go and then they folded because we wasn't making no money.
Right.
The last record that I wish I still had my plaques. I don't even have my plaques. The last record that kept us afloat before I left Tommy Boy was Everlast.
Gotcha.
Before it Sings the Blues.
Hold on, was that the Jump Around joint?
Yeah, Jump Around was way before that. He reinvented himself and called himself Everlast. And his album was Whitey Ford Sings the Blues, which was a dope fucking project. We sold 3 million fucking records. Kept shit floating. Had my motherfucking my plaques. You know what I mean? I was loving it. And then that whole situation folded. I had to go get a regular job for a little while. And I actually had a regular job for about 5 years after that. Then, see, I'm trying to give you the layout.
No, please do. Because I want people to understand there's a hunger and a hustle. Like, you don't get to where you are. Like, one day you just somewhere and, oh, by luck, it's a dude with a big star and a big purse. It's a fucking grind every day. So please explain that.
Yeah. It's a lot of grind. It's a lot of work. So I went to work. I got a job at National Car Rental at LaGuardia Airport. And I wound up fucking taking that. Like, they trained me one fucking day and I knew every fucking thing. And then I took an overnight shift and they made them give me more money. Banked that shit for like 5-6 years. I was in that bitch. I done seen some of my, I remember Cardinal Official, who's one of my good friends to this day. He came up there to get
that dude has been nice. Cardinal Official. Woo!
I just went on with him 2 days ago. But I'm working a regular job and I'm married. You know what I mean? So I'm going home. I go to work and I go home. I'm not even thinking about the music business no more. I'm not even thinking about entertainment no more. I'm just like, yo, this shit is so fickle, but I know that in my heart, I still want more. I don't want to do this regular shit for the rest of my life. So, I'm doing this shit. Ja, you know Ja, Big Ja from Fort Greene.
Yep.
Anybody need to Google Ja, just Google him because he knocked out Suge Knight, just to put that out there. So you can Google him very easily. But Ja was still my man. And when Ja had started working with Akon, so Ja called me up. He said, yo, I might have something for you. I'm like, nigga, I'll quit today. He said, nah, don't quit yet. Don't quit yet. Let me finish doing what I got to do. Let me put this shit together, put the play together, and boom, I got you. I'm like, all right, cool. So I'm going back to work, going home. You know, my house is not in order. You know, shit going on in my house and shit ain't going right. We about to get divorced and shit. And
Right.
I'm just all over the place. So Ja finally hits me like, yo, come to the city. I need you to drive Akon around. I'm like, all right, cool. Got that. He said, yeah, because what we're going to do is I got all these cars, Benz, Range Rover, all that. In order to keep our
Right.
overhead down, instead of fucking getting these limo cars and all of that shit, you could just drive them around and I'll pay you. So I'm like, cool. So I did that. This is going on for weeks now. Now I'm starting to go to months. I'm taking days off. I'm sick days. I'm putting shit together, vacations. They like, yo, Floyd, you been to work? You know, then I come back to work. Then I go back over there with John and them when Akon come to Manhattan. And no sleep. Nigga just up. So my job finally got tired of me, even though they couldn't really fire me. They got tired of me. They called me in. Because they tried to fire me twice.
Right.
The first time they tried to fire me, I was like, yo, I got too much dirt on everybody in here. And they all managers. I got dirt on all the managers. The fuck out of here. You're not firing me. So they was like, okay, we're not going to fire you. We're just going to move your position. I said, yeah, I can move my position, but don't change my money.
Right.
So they gave me a lower position still with my regular pay. Okay, cool. They had a new manager come in. So he fired me. But the day they fired me, it brought me to the office. You know how they got to do this shit. They got all these managers around me. So I'm like, what the fuck is going on? Because I've been here all day. Y'all could have fired me this morning. So I called Ja. While I'm in the meeting, I called Ja. Yo, guess what? I got him on speakerphone. He's like, what's wrong? I said, man, they about to fire. They fired me right now. He said, they firing you? He said, fuck them. This is on speakerphone. So they all hear
Right.
it. Yeah, fuck them. He said, listen, your life is about to change. Fuck them. Sign whatever paperwork you got to sign and get the fuck out of here. Go home. Mind you, Ja's the one who gave me my money. He gave me the bread for my new crib. Because me and wifey wasn't together no more.
Right.
And I'm sleeping at my boy crib, sleeping at this crib. You know what I mean? I'm on some homeless shit. He gave me the
And
bread.
they don't know. Shit get like that.
Yeah.
Like you got a whiz and you trying so hard to grind, you end up losing your whiz because of your grind.
Yeah.
You know what I'm
He
saying?
wasn't about that shit. So he gave me the bread to get the crib that I had in Queens. So that was
Right.
love. And them niggas got me a fucking Denali truck. Ja bought me a Denali truck. Like, nigga, yeah, I'm going to work for these niggas. So he told me, when dude said you fired, I didn't give a fuck about. I signed the paperwork, I cleaned out my lock, and I bounced and I went to the crib. A week later, I went and got the Range. Brand new Range. I'm clean. Got my jewels on, fresh Air Force Ones. I'm going back up to the job.
Right.
To get the 2 checks that they owe me.
The last checks, yeah. Because
So
this is before direct deposit and all that.
Right.
This is before direct deposit.
Yeah, you
See,
still had to
you
get
got to
the
go.
check.
That's what I'm saying. You got to explain why we did the things that we did because they don't have, we didn't have
direct
smartphones
deposit.
back
We
then.
had to go get that bread. So I went back up there to get the motherfucking bread. It was ill because they was chasing me down when I drove into the lot because they didn't know it was me. I hopped out the Range. My man was like, oh, shit. Like, didn't you get fired last week? I was like, yeah. And I'm here to pick up my checks. So the manager was like, I don't know where the check's at. He was fronting. I don't know where the check's at. Because remember, he's still new. I said, don't worry about it. I know where they at. I went and snatched the checks. They was in the FedEx envelope in the drawer. I snatched the checks. Floyd Johnson. I said, hey, see? Yeah, I need these for gas. Hopped back in the Range and bounced. Then from there, I went on tour. The first tour we did was Akon and Gwen Stefani.
Right.
And it was ill because I would have to fly out from LaGuardia Airport. So I would pull into the fucking lot from the car rental place.
Right.
And leave my cars there. every time I fly out, I would leave the Benz there, or I would leave the Suburban there, like every car, and I would leave it in the fucking employee parking spot until I came home, because that way I had to pay for parking. And had them take the bus, the rental bus would take me to the fucking airport. I didn't give a fuck. Fuck them. What you gonna do? Have my car towed? Fuck out of here. But that started the grind with the Akon shit.
Right.
And I stayed with Akon, traveled the world, I think, what was I on? Six passports, double pages? Everywhere.
Amazing.
Places I ain't never thought in my life I'd go. We're from Brooklyn. You know what I mean?
Hey, yo, Brooklyn. you ever been like rich broke? And what I mean by that is, I went to do this movie with Marlon up in Canada, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Marlon was like, look, won't you come back to LA, cut on the show? So I'm like, all right, cool, fuck it, I ain't doing nothing. You know what I'm saying? So he got me a crib up in Hollywood. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Dope 1-bedroom with a yo, it had a jacuzzi on the roof, like a party area.
Yeah.
Yo, the rent was only $500. I had a terrace, everything. I'm chilling, right? The only problem is my money is fucking Canadian. The shit didn't transfer over. All the money I had in my pocket was Canadian, right? So that shit ain't no good in New York. I mean, in LA, in America, right?
Rich, bro.
Yeah. So I'm waiting for the money. They had me open up a bank account, right? Now, mind you, I'm like, a bank account? Like, I thought y'all niggas gonna give me cash. This how I'm thinking. I'm still a hood nigga. Mm-hmm. I want my bread in my hand.
Right.
They like, nah, we don't do it like that. Mm-hmm. So they had me get a bank account. I get the bank account and whatnot, and boom, it takes days for the money to turn over.
Yeah,
dog. I was sitting there watching a Jack in the Box commercial, starving so bad, like the burger looked good on the commercial. I was so fucking hungry, dog. Because by this time I ain't eat for like 2 days. And my man Mitch came down and was like, yo, man, come on, man, let's go get something to eat. The day he bought me something to eat, my money cleared. And I was balling. You know what I'm saying? But
after that.
Yo, I want to thank you very much for this talk, man. Like, this shit was awesome. Like, yo, we done went an hour already. But I just want to say, man, yo, I'm real proud of you, the moves you made, you know?
You know what I'm saying? We're from the same spot, so it don't seem like it's not an interview, it's just us talking. But just real quick, so the NBA shit, that was after after Akon.
Right.
I was offered to come to Chicago and kind of be an assistant and a manager to my guy Taj, and I wanted to become my own boss. At that, I've been around nothing but bosses. So when you're around that type of people, you want to become that. You see what they do and how they move. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Thank you. I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? But so I was like, fuck it. I'm just going to pack my shit and I'm going to go. And I went. And I can honestly say I capitalized on the situation when I got down there. Again, networking, talking to people. You know, I could go back to Chicago now. I'm good. I'm Gucci. I could go West Side. I go South Side in the hood chilling because I was doing that anyway. But I was there for 11 years.
Damn.
11 years in Chicago, just trying to become a boss and trying to work for myself and not work for a corporation or anything. I don't have a problem with going to work because I'll go get a job tomorrow anywhere. I'll work at McDonald's and I got a $145,000 car.
Exactly.
As long as I'm getting a check that's going to pay my bills. That's what these motherfuckers got to understand. And I did that. And now I flipped and I moved to Vegas now. I think I've been here 2 years, maybe.
About 2-3 years now.
Yeah, about 2-3 years now. So right now, the basketball shit got crazy. COVID fucked up a lot of paper. My company is still running, but it's not really running. But I got something else in the works. I can't really talk about it, but it's going to be in Canada. And it's some boss shit. I was on the phone today with the lawyers, putting the corporation.
Put me on. That's
you have no choice because it's part of the business that you was already doing. It's part of the business you was already in. You was already in the film industry and all these different things. And it's going to be crazy because I'm putting my everything into this shit because, what people think that when you're young, you're supposed to have all of this money You know, you're supposed to win. No, the thing about life is understanding losses. You know, be proud to take that loss. I'm proud to take L's. I have no problem with that because every L I ever took was a lesson.
Right.
And when you learn those lessons and you understand those lessons, then you can flip that to that win. So you could lose 100 million fucking times. That's why some of the richest motherfuckers became rich when he was 50, 45. Now this nigga's a millionaire, or now this nigga's a billionaire. Everybody's not going to get it when they ain't 20. I didn't respect the money when I was 20. I fucked up a lot of paper. I didn't respect the paper. I respected the grind, but I didn't respect the paper. So now with all those lessons, you know, being homeless and doing this and doing that, you learn all those things. Remember me and you was talking, and I was like, yo, I appreciate the smallest fucking thing. The smallest thing I appreciate is when I put on a pair of shoes, knowing that back in the days, it took me a year to get a new pair. So that, just having a pair of sneakers. When we look at cars, I got one of those brushes that them dust brushes you wipe your car down with.
Yeah, yeah.
I appreciate that brush more than a fucking car. Why? Because I used to see these rich motherfuckers in Manhattan wiping down the cars, waiting for their clients and shit. And the clients come out, it's a Bentley. You know what I'm saying? That brush was inspiration to me. Because I'm like, yo, if you get that brush, that means you got that car. It wasn't about, yo, let me get that car.
That's so deep.
That brush is in my trunk right now.
That's deep, son. And you know what's crazy? My grandmother bought me my first pair of clippers, professional set, when I was like 14. I used those to cut every movie, every TV show, every video I ever worked on.
Didn't you cut King's hair at one point?
I was cutting Omar Epps, Marlon Wayans. I done did everybody. I even cut Will Smith hair. My homegirl Stacy hooked me up with that.
You went to the crib. You cut Kane's hair, you cut Will Smith hair. Omar, Shane, Big Little Daddy Shane, my brother. These motherfuckers came and picked me up one night. I was working at the Arena nightclub in Manhattan.
Oh, okay. Oh, that spot was hot.
Yeah.
That spot was hot.
Yeah, it was crazy. And we had everybody at that motherfucking spot. I'm working there. Shane hit me up. Yo, coming to get you. So I'm like, all right, cool. He's like, yo, I went, oh, I don't know what he talking about. I just know whoever he went, we good.
Exactly.
Get to the club. We chilling. Then we leave. So now I know we with Omar. This how big this nigga was back then. This was crazy to me. This is limo days. This nigga has a assigned limo. This is not from some regular ass company. He has two fucking dudes in the car. The driver and the security. Who rides around like this? Like, that was bugged to me. He got two white dudes, one driving and one's his fucking work. Like, nigga, I'll beat your ass.
Right. Because
O was big. He was big back then. So we done went to another spot. I done got drunk out my mind. I don't know where the fuck we dropped Shane off at. So now it's me and Omar Epps, and the night is pretty much done. So I told O, yo, drive me to Fort Greene, son. Like, this limo pulling up to the front of the fort. You know what I mean? And I got Omar Epps in the car. And like, this shit was crazy thinking about it.
Exactly.
Because at this point, Omar is a fucking star. And he's a hood star. So that's even bigger than the regular star.
And yo, a lot of people don't know, Omar is a live nigga. Omar used to come to the Lower East Side when Juice was out to get a haircut.
Yes.
Like, fuck that. Yo, I'm gonna tell you some crazy shit. When we was filming in Maryland, right? Omar didn't understand his celebrity. He didn't get it.
Because it was regular to him. It was just, I'm still Omar. I'm a regular dude.
Yeah. He looked at movies like it was a regular job, right?
Yep.
So I never forget this time. We went to the mall, And he was like, yo, I want to buy some new earrings. I'm gonna give you these studs. Yo, the motherfucker had $2,000 diamond studs in his ear and was going to get bigger ones. I was like, all right, fuck it. So we went there, jewelry store. He's like, here, take these. Yo, clean them off for my man. Boom. I got $2,000 diamond studs in my ear. He got 4,000 or 5,000. Yo, we just chilling. I'll turn around. I see like a raid line of girls just coming through the clothesline, right?
Mm-hmm.
They all going crazy on, oh my apps. He's like, yo, man, I'm about to punch one of these. I'm like, bro, you can't wild out. Like, oh, chill. To him, he was being attacked.
Right.
But to them, that was somebody that they never saw before.
Because you're on screen. How many times these people are going to be able to see you on screen and they see you in front of them? So you are a fucking star. You are a A-lister. He was an A-lister early. Because O was at all the dope ass
very
parties.
Early.
He didn't have a problem
very early.
Nothing.
Yeah. Yeah, and it was so fun. I'm like, you can't yoke up no girls, man. What are we doing?
but see that again, cats like Omar, Akon, Jay-Z, I could go on for years. You have to have certain people around you that are really thorough and are really for you. There was we were going to LA. No, I think we was going to Vegas. We was on tour. And Akon pays for everything. Like, it don't matter who's around him, whatever, he pays for everything. I've never been raised to be no bitch. I've been raised by some wolves, and I've been raised by my mom. And, they don't raise bitches.
Right.
So I'm not going to let nobody treat me like one. So we was at breakfast. And before we went for the long ride to where we was going, I think we was going to LA. No, we was going to Vegas. We was going to Vegas. So I'm like, yo, let me get the bill. So Akon's like, what you mean? I said, I just got paid. So I'm covering breakfast. We at a diner. This ain't no fucking $3,000 meal.
Yeah.
It's me, him, his DJ, and I think his drummer or somebody else. But the table's covered. It's food everywhere. So I'm like, yo, I got this. He's like, nah, Shaw, I got this. I said, nah, I got this. Because you do so much for me, and the fact that I'm on the road, you know what I'm saying, I'm here, that means everything to me. At least let me pay for my meal and pay for y'all meal. You know what I mean? So did that, paid for that shit. He was just like blown away because niggas don't do shit like that. We get to Vegas, which is crazy. I live here now. We get to Vegas. We over in I forgot what hotel. The shit with the roof looks like the sky. We in there.
Hollywood?
Nah, the other one, across the street from
Across the street from Caesars?
Yeah, Caesar's Palace. We in Caesars. So we go to the Foot Locker. Everybody's with us. This nigga Khan is buying everybody something. Boo's with us. So these niggas getting all, 2 pairs of shoes, this, that, and the third. I'm the only nigga standing in the corner like this. So he's like, yo, Sharp, get something. Nah, I'm good. Yo, you good? I'm straight. Then Boo come over. Yo, Sharp, get something, man. Get some socks or something. I said, nah, I'm good. I got everything I need. Plus, we on the road, so I got to think smart. I don't need extra shit to be bringing on the road.
Plugging all that shit, B. But I got fucked up in Canada like that.
At the same time, I don't need y'all buying me clothes. Like, I don't want no man taking me shopping and buying me clothes. Not saying I was a bitch to them, but look at all the motherfuckers y'all buying shit for. Why these niggas can't buy their own shit? It ain't like niggas that we with ain't got money. I might be the lowest nigga on the totem pole.
Right.
Nah, B, I don't want nothing. I'm good. The cold shit about that, majority of everybody that was with us from the time we started running wasn't with us no more. And Khan told y'all, yo, if I got 10 more niggas like Sharp, we be straight. And that's not the knock. I'm not trying to knock anybody. But it's certain criteria that you have to follow through in life.
It's rules.
You know what I'm saying? Unwritten rules.
Yep, unwritten rules, and they basic rules that you really learn from your mother and just dudes around the way, and you have to carry that along because that'll take you a long way. Like, One of the, believe it or not, you know one of the most hood dudes I've ever hung around, and you wouldn't even believe it?
Killer Ben?
Marlon Wayans. Listen, this dude
I'm gonna let
Marlon,
you
right,
go ahead,
will have you do
Marlon,
some
people
fly
think
shit.
Marlon is just funny. And
Yes,
Marlon's more
no,
than just
Marlon
funny.
is a real dude. He's a
Right.
funny dude, but he's a real dude. Yo, this dude Marlon had me in Vegas like 2 years ago, eating
saw that.
caviar out of our fucking hand. Like we were so drunk, we said $300 jars of caviar. You're like, yeah, son. We fucked up. Morning time,
That
you
was
know
your
what I'm saying?
birthday.
Yeah, it was my birthday.
That was your
Exactly.
birthday.
It was my birthday.
Because you was sloshed.
Yes, yes. I was so mad, and I'm mad. I didn't know that you was in Vegas, or maybe I forgot you was. Yeah, I forgot you was in Vegas.
You forgot.
I was so drunk, I forgot to call you.
You, Marlon, and Mitch.
And Mitch, yep,
You, Marlon, and Mitch. I think it was just y'all three.
yep.
And y'all came in here and talked the motherfucking town, and y'all all was drunk for I think the next 3 weeks. Cause y'all niggas was boozy.
We was fucked. Dog, I ain't sleep for 48 hours, yo.
I know. I remember you saying that shit too. I remember you saying that. But that's
So,
the thing. And it's like these guys again. A lot of Brooklyn niggas. Cause Mitch is from Brooklyn.
right.
Omar's from Brooklyn. You're from Brooklyn. I'm from Brooklyn. Job's from Brooklyn. And we tend to stay together, but we also tend to stay putting each other on.
Yeah.
Now, the new situation that I just came into, that me and you spoke about before, I called Ja. Ja put me on with Akon and put paper in my pocket. He got me right. He set that shit off for me, and like I would have never traveled the world like that. So when I got the new situation, I called Ja and said, yo, I think I got something. Same way he called me. Yo, I think I got something for you. I called him. Yo, I think I got something for you. This is a couple of weeks ago. He's like, all right, cool. Let me know what's going on and da-da-da. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I went back and had to make sure my shit was right. Today, we just got off the phone with the lawyer because we putting a corporation together. We on a 3-way call. We've been doing Zoom calls, two Zoom calls a day since December.
Right.
But it goes back to my man fed me. He helped me get a crib. He helped me live. Why would I get a new situation and I have an opportunity to put him on it and feed him? Why wouldn't I do it? You know what I'm saying? Why wouldn't I do it? Hell yeah, I'm going to do it. So now he's on. So me, him, and my partner, we're going to run this company and we're going to split it down 3 ways. It's in the contracts and everything. But when I say that, I mean, people got to understand, like, you get a situation, you put your man on, and you empower him. You empower your people so that they can eat by themselves. I don't like LeBron James as a basketball player, but I love him as a fucking man and a straight, solid dude.
Yes.
He got his wife that he's had for years. That was his girlfriend. Now that's his wife. I applaud that. But your people, he took his people, and he empowered them because he was powerful enough to empower them. I don't need these white dudes at this sports agency collecting all the paper no more. Y'all want anything from me? Go to my man. Call my man. He empowered that. Now you've empowered this cat. Now you empowered that cat. They're making millions alone on a cell. So if LeBron calls and say, yo, I want to go to Barbados.
He got a call about it.
You know what I mean? I want to go to Japan. Nigga, it's just a fucking private jet. We out. And one of his men is probably like, yo, I'm going to get the jet. Because he got his own bread now. And he ain't got to call LeBron and be like, yo, man, I need like 10 racks. Because he empowered his people to have more than 10 racks. That's what people got to start understanding. Understand your power. The power that you personally have. If you can personally put someone else on to make sure that they eat, if they fuck it up, that's on them.
That's on them. Exactly.
That's on them. The
But
fact
it's
that
simple.
you had the power to put them on and
Yeah.
for them to make their own money, that's a jewel in itself.
But not only that, it's just simple math. Why would 5 people want to split 20 grand when
Right.
I could get 20 grand, y'all could get 10 grand, and y'all could add to what we got going to the foundation? You know, who knows? You might get something popping with a limousine company. You might get something popping with an with a private jet company. This person might get something. Now we all living for free.
At the end of the day, it's about empowerment. When one person gets on, Marlon got on. And he got on. We all know Marlon has a huge fucking family, and his family did some incredible things that people will not even know about.
Right.
But Marlon's still a nigga at the end of the day, a good motherfucking nigga. Because he knows he has what? He has the power. So he calls you, yo, listen, why don't you come down here, cut everybody hair on the set, you're going to get paid. He just empowered you. Because now Marlon ain't got to give you $250. He ain't got to give you $1,000. He just empowered you to get your own bread.
Exactly.
In a big way. So you can go buy Benz. You can pay your fucking rent. You can pay your mortgage or whatever the fuck it is. And then it trickles down. Because now your mindset is, how about you open up a barbershop? And then you like, yo, I'm going to put my man on it. I'm going to teach him how to cut hair. And empower him. And then later on, I want you to open up your own shop. Empower your people. Now, everybody can't be empowered because everybody can't come. Everybody can't take this ride. Everybody can't be around celebrities. Everybody can't be around money. Everybody can't be around a regular job weed.
Exactly.
You got to know when to cut them ties. At an early age,
you know what?
Ties off.
That's the important thing. Knowing when to abort a motherfucking operation, because one thing I learned, who said this? It was a Bishop Don Magic Wand. He said, 5 dudes standing together not getting no money is a non-profit organization.
Damn.
It's just that fucking simple.
The ill shit was that we used to be 5 dudes standing around not doing nothing. We used to be 5 dudes standing around not doing nothing.
But we changed, though. We grew up quick. You know what I'm saying?
Hungry, and we saw a vision of how your life should be. You saw a vision of how your life should be. I saw a vision of how my life should be. And what I did was I empowered myself to follow that vision and go through all the obstacles that God threw in front of me. Because I tell people, the devil didn't put nothing in front of you. God did that. God put them obstacles in front of you. God closed those doors. All that. So now he's sitting back just watching you. I just shut that door on that nigga. What he gonna do? You gonna find a key? You gonna make a key? You gonna kick the door in? How you getting through this? And you have to figure out ways to get through it. I didn't have every job on the fucking planet. I didn't been homeless. I slept in studios. I'm cozy.
Exactly.
I done snuck in my girlfriend's house when her mom's asleep so I could go to sleep, and then her mom's get up and go to work, and I would go take a shower and then hit the studio again.
They don't know. That's a
grind.
Part of the fucking grind, yo.
That's a grind.
Yo, people think when they see us, backstage at a concert or what, that we grinding, nigga. We back here grinding. Big shout out to my cousin Big BJ for tuning in. But one thing I'm glad I had you on, because I wanted to explain to people we got to where we are with no smartphones, with no internet.
Nope.
It was word of mouth. Yep. These kids today, they got everything in the palm of their hand, so there's no reason to fail.
There's no reason to be broke.
That's just me.
There's no reason to be broke.
There's no reason to be.
You got millions of dollars in your hand. You got a camera, video camera, you got everything right in your hand. We didn't have none of this shit. If we would have had this shit back then, Lord God.
I got a fax machine, an email from right here in my hand, a video. What? Listen.
But again, is learning to appreciate what you have and knowing where you come from and working harder to not lose what you have. I don't want to lose what I have. So I know I have to work harder. I know
Right.
I have to figure some more shit out. When I wake up in the morning, I wake up at 5 o'clock every morning. I got to figure something out. I gotta figure something. I gotta write some shit down. I got these shirts that I'm about to do that's dope as fuck. Like I'm always trying to figure out what's the next move, what's the next thing, because it ain't about me eating no more. Because my son is grown, but I want to empower some more people. I want to be able to take care of my family comfortably. My new
Exactly.
situation that I got is definitely going to make everybody comfortable, and everybody's gonna be good, and we all gonna eat because I'm empowering other people, black people, to live and understand. And again, I humble myself every day. I sit in my house, like right now, I got a dope crib. I can't even lie. That crib is dope.
Right.
I didn't always have this. I had a bum-ass crib with rats in it. My studio crib in Brooklyn had rats. I got rid of the rats and shit, but that was my startup. That was my first crib. So, and that crib had no furniture in it, no nothing.
No, I was just about to dog. I had a TV in my first crib. It was a box TV. Remember the big back TV?
I had one.
It was sitting on like a wooden plank on like two of those glass things. I just had a setup, and I had a bean bag, and I had a bed.
I had a pallet of my clothes, and I slept on my clothes, and I would bundle up to make my pillow.
I did that
But
too.
I didn't give a fuck because I had my keys. These are my keys. This is my house, and eventually,
My shit.
shortly,
Exactly.
everything will come. I didn't set my crib as a studio, but I didn't set it up as a bedroom. I set it up. I had a couch that had a pull out in it, so when you came in, it looked like a living room. I had a big box TV with the fat back,
Yep.
you know. But what I started doing was when I first got that crib, I cried because it was a triumph. It was a win. You know what I mean? Like I got my first fucking crib. Like this is crazy. So I got to the crib. I grabbed all my shit. I was staying at my godfather's house. God rest his soul, Godfather Mo. I grabbed all my shit and I went over there and I literally sat in the dark. I sat in the dark so long that I was able to see everything in the crib, which was nothing. But I was able to see, and I was sitting on the floor, and I was just so fucking overly joyed that it was mine.
Even though you on the floor and you look out the fucking window and you're not seeing the fucking projects or Myrtle Avenue, is some shit to me.
I'm in a whole.
I didn't give a fuck that I was on the floor. I had a terrace. I was in a building that had because my building didn't have an elevator.
No.
I was in a building with an elevator.
Right.
That didn't smell pissy. You know what I'm saying? Like, you graduate.
I'm living in a brownstone. When the fuck this happened? But what I say is that all throughout that whole transition, being homeless, sleeping in the studio, going through all these trials and tribulations and everything, every crib that I've got since then, including this one right here, a day would come by and I would cut all the lights off, all the TVs, cut everything off, and just sit here in the dark. And just really just start to visualize everything that I have up. And it'll be so dope because it's like, look how far I came. Look how far I came, bro. Like, it's so much in the walk. That's why when I walk downstairs and I go to the garage and I get in my car, that walk is different.
Exactly.
That walk is different. I used to go get other people's cars.
Exactly.
I used to go to the garage to go get Jay-Z's car. I used to borrow my man's car. And to take that walk means something more to me. It's not about the car. It's not about how much it costs. It's the fact that I bust my ass to get somewhere from where I came from. When you come from Brooklyn, New York, any part of Brooklyn, it ain't just Fort Greene, any part of Brooklyn, especially about that time, it wasn't nothing easy.
Nothing.
Wasn't nothing easy.
Nothing
We
easy,
fucking
man.
had to. I got my man sitting right here with me, my man Leroy. We from Fort Greene Projects. My man packed his shit, moved, went to fucking Texas. This is my man Lee.
My man, listen. I packed everything. For abroad, I only knew 3 months. Met on Labor Day. I was in Texas in the next 3 months. Getting married. Living with broad I don't know nothing about. 7 years married.
Still married to her.
Married 7 years.
But again,
got a house.
picking that
Got
up.
my own car. Worked for the post office. When I got my first car, I ain't need no cosign.
But remember, if you would have stayed in Brooklyn,
Staying in Brooklyn, mind you, when I stayed in Brooklyn, the most I was making was $10.50 an hour. Couldn't do nothing else. You know why? Because I was chasing ass. But when I moved out to Texas, everything changed.
you have to know when to get up,
Hey, yo,
when
tell,
to
hey, yo,
start making moves.
tell him to get in the screen. We can't see him. There you go. There you go. We can see his head. Yeah, there you go. There you go.
Listen. I moved to Texas. I changed my name to King. I used to be a Texas reject. I changed my name to King. You know why? Because King do what King does, make himself better. Now, I don't put people down. I put them up. Because if I'm doing better, I need you to do better with me because I can't have nobody not doing good with me.
Like you gotta, it's the understanding of where we come from and what we do. And again, I'm not saying we come from Brooklyn, but I know motherfuckers that come from Chicago, that come from here, that come from there, that had it hard. But if you don't pick yourself up and stop crying, stop whining and complaining, you ain't gonna get nowhere. You gonna stay right where you at.
Yo, look, the world ain't fair. The world ain't fair. Fuck you gonna do? Niggas cheat. Fuck you gonna do? But you got to go out there and you got to play the hardest game of fucking ball you can. You know what I'm saying? Got to do it. Got to do it. We got to grind out. We got no other choice. You know what I'm saying? And we going to keep moving. Yo, Floyd, man, I want to thank you very much for being on the show. You know what I'm saying? Thank you very much, brother. Like, this was something that I really wanted to do. I really want us to... Oh, they go to film. They go to film. They go Ike. I see your brother. Who else is in that? Damn, son. You got
boy right there.
Yup, there you are.
That's Obi.
That's fam right there.
That's me right here. That's my man Cole, Big Jaw right there.
Yo, Ike Capone was one of the nicest MCs ever.
Oh, yeah, that's
Ike right
the
there.
day of the Godfather.
You know what I mean?
That's the day of the Godfather.
But then when
that's my dude right there, yo. Oh, you got classic picks up in there.
So this is part of the crew with Jay-Z. You see me right here.
Yeah.
Jay right behind me. They go Beehive.
Oh, you got classic shit, son.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? It's my man James Johnson. He's in the NBA. It's one of my good friends and my clients. Like, it's about movement at the end of the day. You know, I definitely appreciate you having me on.
For real, man. Thank you, man. For real. Like, this really meant a lot to me. You know what I'm saying? Because I want us to teach these young dudes that, you know, like these young cats around, they see me driving, they be like, oh, yo, and I be like, nigga, this shit is still a hustle. I'm still grinding. Let me know how I could get some.
I get that shit every day. Motherfuckers be like, yo, what you do? I be like, grind. I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Yeah,
grind. I'm not selling drugs. I ain't doing no dirty shit. I'm grinding every day.
As long as it's legal, I'm in it.
Right.
Yo, F Sharp, good looking, my brother. I love you to death, man. Yo, call me. Let's make this thing happen.
I'ma call you. I got some shit, like I said, but I'm gonna be out in LA very soon. Your first person I'm coming to see.
Listen, I don't want to hear no fucking hotel shit. You got a place to stay here. For real, for real.
Say no more. I'll get
you
the
good.
food. I'll get the food. You got a bed for me
you
at the
good
crib?
here, son. You good here, all right? And I'm gonna drive up to Vegas soon. I'm driving up to Vegas soon.
You already know.
Because you got Wi-Fi, so we good. I could do my show from up at your crib.
I got Wi-Fi.
You know what I'm saying?
We good. I got Wi-Fi.
You know we gotta make this pop, my G. All right, man. So yo, stay up, man. Yo, holla at me. I love you to death, my dude.
Blessing. I appreciate everybody that tuned in. My man Carlito, I love you, bro. You know, everybody
Indeed.
else that tuned in. But we're going to do this again because it's so much shit that we didn't even talk about.
Yes.
So
yes.
whenever you want to
You know
do
what?
this
We're going to
again,
do a part 2 soon. We're going to do a
all
part
right,
2.
That's what's up. We could drop some more jewels on these people and let them know what's going on.
Exactly. All right, my G.
All right,
Peace.
bless you.